Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I'm here to now talk about the sequel to Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed! This movie came out in 2004. It's once again directed by Raja Gosnell, and we have the same actors, the same group. The Scooby-Doo gang is back. This is sort of what I was expecting to see in the first film, where they're all established, they're all a group all the way through, and you see them successfully taking on these cases and solving these puzzles, and then they get something that they can't fully explain, right? Somebody steals a bunch of artifacts and statues from a museum that's supposed to have all of these creatures and characters that the gang has been a part of. But when they take them, they've created this machine that makes the characters come to life, that makes the ghosts and monsters come to life. So they have to not only figure out who's doing this, but how to stop it. I'll just cut right to the chase and say that I think many people hate this movie, hate the sequel, think it sucks. Even if they like the first one, they think this one's worse. I enjoyed this movie. I did. I might even have enjoyed it more than the first. I don't know. Maybe they're pretty hand in hand, maybe they're one and the same, but it's still written by James Gunn, so I think that helps. I think some of the humor, some of the dialogue is a lot better and not as cheesy and bad as it could have been. I think he writes these characters to be funny, like you have Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred, who has at least progressed a little bit as a leader. He's trying to be more of a team player. He's trying to learn to give more credit to other characters, especially Velma, played by Linda Cardinelli, who she has a side plot where she's trying to date somebody. So of course you get the one scene where hot Velma, right? She dresses up and she's looking all spiffy, but she doesn't know how to act hot. So it was nice to see that actress go for that because she pulled it off very well. Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne, once again, given those Buffy vibes. She has a few kick-ass scenes, which I got a kick out. I got a kick out of seeing Daphne kick ass because that's definitely something that was never prevalent in the cartoons. Maybe it is now because of this movie or these movies. Matthew Lillard is high-ass Shaggy. He's the highest character that you could see. I mean, at this point, I think they even had a little reference, a little joke that he possibly was smoking weed. Again, why not? Just go for it. Just show it. I know it's PG. I know it's for kids. I know you don't want to do that. But, again, it's so obvious that him and even Scooby, the two of them, are out there in the back huffing and puffing before they finally meet up with the gang. It's almost a wonder that the other characters are so okay with having them in the group. I mean, Shaggy, you could argue, is annoying, but I think Matthew Lillard does a good job once again of playing the character, so I'm all for watching him. Besides maybe the scene where he does all the farting, and I could have done without the farting jokes. They tend to lean into that a little too much. But I wonder, you don't really see other characters like Velma, like Daphne, like Fred. You don't see them interact with Scooby a whole lot. You don't see them talk to Scooby really at all. Like, is this all in Shaggy's head? Does Scooby really talk? Or is he so high that he imagines Scooby talking to him, but Scooby is really just an obedient dog that follows him around, and the other characters just see a dog? I mean, now I'm sitting here theorizing and wondering. I mean, maybe that's already been out there in the universe, and I'm not saying anything new or special. But, hey, that's an angle that we could go along with. That's an angle that I wouldn't mind trying to figure out. Scooby-Doo is, once again, CGI, and I'm back and forth on it. It makes sense that you had to do the character CGI, but, there is a part of me that when I see him interact with other characters, it does look super fake. Again, how else can you do it? I don't know. I don't have an answer. Maybe just wait until the CGI is able to catch up to it, or spend more money on the CGI. I don't know. In any event, I did appreciate that they gave Scooby a lot to do, especially near the end, where he's the hero. He's very much the hero. Again, is this dog the one who accomplishes all of this? Really? maybe he is. Seth Green plays Patrick. You have this mystery on if he's bad, is he crazy, and whatnot. I thought he played that up very well. And he also has that pseudo maybe relationship, will they date, will they not, thing with Velma going on. Peter Boyle is an old man that just because he's old and he's in a Scooby-Doo movie, you think he's probably the villain. That's kind of how it goes. Alicia Silverstone plays Heather. She's a reporter who's constantly following the gang around, constantly sort of putting them down and saying that they suck and whatnot. I will say this. I've gone on record to say how much I think that Alicia Silverstone, at least in Batman and Robin, she sucks as an actress. But I don't know. I've never seen Clueless. I've never really seen her in other things. I will say that in this movie, she's fine. She's fine. She's not terrible. She's not bad. I guess I was expecting worse when I saw her name. She was fine. She pulled off what she had to do, so I guess I can't complain too much. Overall, once again, this movie should have been horrible, should have been unwatchable, should have been a steaming, stinking pile of crap, but it wasn't. So it will get points for me for that. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Scooby-Doo 2? Do you like it, or do you think it sucks? Is it as bad as the first? Do you think they're both bad? Or do you agree with me that, hey, they could have been worse? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!